Christina.
So, Doug.
Where are you headed this morning?
We are headed to
You looking up through here?
Habby's Alsatian Bakery.
Habby's
Habby's.
Alsatian Bakery. What is an Alsatian bakery?
From what we've been told, it's a German influence.
Well, they say there's Alsatian houses around here, so we
it's
need
probably
to
a German influence
educate ourselves
house.
about this. But right now we're going to go inside and see what it's all about.
Okay.
So look at this, Christina. We just had to go up a big hill. Well, big hill for what we've seen
It's like our first hill
in a while. So I guess officially this is part of the hill country because it's hilly here. And this is typical for a rest area in Texas. They usually are like this. And this one isn't very level by any means, but believe it or not, you can usually get away with overnight parking in Texas in a rest area like this. So we've got our visitor's guide for historic Castroville. So we're going to be visiting some places around here. We wanted to show you the goodies we picked up at the bakery. So here's what we got from the bakery. We got an apple turnover, a cream cheese, what was that thing called? Like a turnover?
It's got strawberry cream cheese in it.
What'd they call this thing?
Is something
It was
Betty,
like
wasn't it? Like a...
actress name or something, wasn't it?
We're doing really good.
Well, I don't know, but we had them give us one of each of everything that looked good.
Some guy was in there and he said these are really good.
Texas
this has
cookie.
like dates and
Nuts and
nuts
everything.
and stuff. This was a macadamian chip cookie.
So we'll let you know when we get done. It all looks very good. We didn't eat any breakfast and we're like starving. You're not working?
So, this is the bakery that we just went to. This Habby's Alsatian Bakery. There's a little bit of history about it. And here's the choices of what they have. We also got some rye bread. Wow, that's colorful.
That's Texas.
Oh, they're coming after you, hon.
So, Christina,
Hi, Doug.
how's that cookie doing for you there?
It's doing pretty good. Oh my god, a major sugar high.
Are you enjoying Texas so far?
Why are you so close? Yes.
Because it's a different camera. I have to get really close to you.
See the torment I got?
She's abused, folks. So here we are, folks, in Castroville, Texas here this morning. And we're at the Steinerbach House Park. My lovely wife, the other half of the Happy Wanderers. And we're going to go inside this place. It has an interesting history, which Christina is reading about right now, and I'm sure we'll be learning a little bit more.
So I need to correct myself.
So it was built in Walbach, Alsace, France, between 1618 and 1648. So that's 30 years. Gift to the city of Castroville from the citizens of Alsace, France. Okay, what did you want to say?
Well, I was thinking, I thought we were told last night that the
Alsatian
was German, but it's French.
French, yeah. I
But
know,
it's
we've been
close
misspeaking
to-
about it. Close to
to-
Germany. Mm-hmm. All right. You have to knock to go in?
Doors locked, please.
Oh, okay.
Hi, how are you?
Is it okay if we videotape in here?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
But you also
Whoa.
can start off by using the hand sanitizer.
Sure.
Absolutely. And do you want us to write our name in here?
That's actually like 400 years. The Steinerbach family built it, and then they owned it the entire time. And they were, most of their generations were farming. They were a farming family. And then eventually, when the last Steinbach passed away, most of them, actually, coincidentally enough, the lady who last lived in this house, before the house was shipped over here, she actually, well, immigrated. You'll see a story about her in the upstairs in the corner over there.
Okay.
But she actually immigrated from New York.
Oh.
And some of her, I think some of her family did as well.
Okay.
And then eventually the house came here, but we got it as actually some Alsatians in New York. So, that's pretty cool. But anyway, the house came here eventually because they were called Alsace in Texas, because in the 1840s, many people from Alsace came and settled in this town. And so, and they kept up with relatives back home, and so that's the connection between here and there. So,
I was reading in the guide that you have, the information about it. It's very interesting.
it really is, what's really neat about it is the fact that, I guess they loved the Alsatians back there, loved their American cousins here so much, that not only did they send the house over and pay for it all, but they actually came over and rebuilt it on site. They would come over on their vacation and use it to
Yeah,
rebuild it.
that's what I read. That, and then when the dedication was, there was some here also during the dedication of the opening of the house.
Some,
Alsatians that came over. I thought it said there was
Oh,
like
yeah.
50 some odd here when they
yeah, I think they still come over. As a matter
do
of
that.
fact.
Yeah.
Before COVID, I would get like, I actually had a visitor who and it was made especially to go into the Alsatian monasteries. So apparently back in the old days, we didn't have roads that went up to the monasteries, we only had trails. So whatever you carried up there had to either go on a donkey or your back or something like that. So they made them so that two people could carry the clock. One person would carry the clock, which would be separate. Another person would carry the body of the clock, and the body of the clock was made, the wooden part was made out of very lightweight wood, so they could actually just put it in their back of the clock up. And they called it an old air clock.
Really fancy with the, almost looks like gold leaf.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Hang on, I'll be in a minute. We were just saying we wouldn't mind having a house like this now. This is the second story. Look how cool this place is. It's like an adobe that fills in between the beams. The bed's almost on the floor. It's really neat that they have the furnishings in here. You see how gnarly this beam is right here?
Yeah.
All the furnishings
You wouldn't think
were-
there'd be a lot of strength left with that. So it actually goes up another whole floor, huh?
Well, you can't go up there, but I think it said it used to be for drying clothes. So Alsatian is an actual language.
It is.
Did you know that?
No. We're really learning a lot about this Alsatian word. It's a language, it's an area, it's a people, it's a style of home. It's a lot of different things, and no wonder it's so confusing.
This is the lady who she was one of the last people to live here
Okay.
when it was in France, but it was overtaken by Germany when she lived there.
Huh.
And she's the one that moved to New York City.
Okay.
Where she's talking about again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Verona, New York.
Verona.
Yeah. He was about $2 a week. That's for that boy.
Hmm. Love the wood in here. Boy, sewing machines sure were fancy back then. My grandmother had one like this in their bedroom. When we were kids, we always played with the foot pedal.